coming to you live from the Saitama Super Arena just outside Tokyo, Japan. This place is an architectural masterpiece and regularly hosts soccer and basketball. But tonight, it will feature the premier mixed martial arts show on earth, the Pride Fighting Championships. Hi, my name is Stephen Quadros, and welcome to the Pride Fighting Championships Cold Fury. Kazushi Sakuraba has defeated 3 Gracie family members. Ryan Gracie is up next. Will he be able to break the stranglehold that Sakuraba has over Gracie's jiu-jitsu? We shall see. Working with me at ringside is a man who needs no introduction in the world of mixed martial arts. He is a former 3-time King of Pancrase. He is a former UFC heavyweight champion. Please welcome Boss Rutan. What's up, Boss?
Hey, Stephen, how you doing, man?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Also working with us backstage doing our roving reporting is Eddie the Twister Bravo. Eddie?
Hello, everybody. I'm here backstage, and the intensity level is shot through the roof. I'm gonna be coming to you throughout the night, giving you interviews. And folks, you're gonna find out things you've never known. We have the best fighters, the biggest fights. Pride has done it again.
Thank you, Eddie. Boss, you've been in that ring. You fought in Japan. What is it like?
Steve, if you're looking for a rush, well, my friend, this is the ultimate rush. Imagine yourself walking through that ring, going in the ring, everybody around you. You got your friends, you got your family. TV is pointed on you. All the people around the world are watching you. And let's not forget, this place, 25,000 people, all eyes on you. That, my friend, is a big rush.
You know, Kazushi Sakuraba, he's faced 3 Gracies and beat them convincingly. What can he do to beat Ryan Gracie? What can Ryan do to beat Sakuraba?
We really don't know anything about Ryan Gracie. We saw him in one fight. He had a lot of street fights. That's the thing that we know, but doesn't really mean anything. I don't know, you know. His last fight was against Ishizawa, like you said, and he wanted to strike him, by the way. So, being a Gracie, so having a good ground technique, because let's face it, all the Gracies are phenomenal on the ground, and striking, this is going to be a real interesting match.
Yeah, you know, Igor Vovchanchyn versus Mark Kerr. They fought last year kind of to end the debate of who was the top heavyweight. They fight again tonight. This is going to be a powerful match, Boss.
Talking about power. 2 big forces right there coming for it. They want to prove who is the best. Last time was controversial decision. Mark's stamina failed a little bit, so we worked hard on that. We got Igor Vovchanchyn on the other side. Ukrainian machine, brutal power. This is it, man. Brutal power. The outcome, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
And Kazuyuki Fujita, one of the best wrestlers in Japan, faces a man from your own home country, Gilbert Ivel. 2 trains on the same track, ding, 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 boom!
Now, this is the hurricane we're talking about. Now, I've seen Fujita, and he's known to have the hardest head in the NHP history. This guy can take a shot. It's unbelievable. You see him eat a few knees from Mark Kerr. Listen, I saw Mark Kerr's knees after the match. They were blue and purple. Fujita didn't even flinch. Then he got hit by Shamrock hard. He didn't even flinch again. And he won both of those fights. But now he's going to face the Hurricane, which is a guy who's very explosive with his knees and kicks. Can he take that knee or that kick? That's what we're going to see tonight.
The rest of our card is like a fight fan's dream come true. I'm ready. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's go to the best seats in the house.
Okay, let's go down to the action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special gift from Santa to you, the Pride Girls! Lisa Mori!
You represented Texas in the show America's Most Sexiest Bachelors. How did that turn out?
Well, I didn't win, but that probably saved my relationship with my girlfriend. But it was a lot of fun, you know. I mean, it was nice to get, exposure outside of the norm. You know, I mean, we get our sport is still somewhat of a, underground sport, and it was a lot of fun to go out and show them that we're something other than a bunch of barbarians, you know, like the common perception is. So it was a good time. That's the game plan. We're gonna go after him. He leaves little choice in the way he fights. You have to go after him if you're gonna make an exciting fight, because he doesn't care if to make an exciting fight or not. So he'll probably try to take me down. Once he realizes he can't do that, he's gonna have to stand up and fight a little bit. So hopefully we'll get the knockout.
USA. Boss, you know this man.
Oh, I know him very well. I even used to fight him in Pancras.
You know, he's got good stand-up. He's good on the ground. He's good with leg locks, too.
Oh, yes. And as we saw in his last fight against Sakuraba, his takedown defense was real good.
You know, he had an unfortunate loss to Wanderlei Silva in his last fight, which was at Sabo Dome, Pride 10, Return of the Warriors, but he gave as good as he got in that fight. He had that fight under control at the very beginning.
Yep, I saw the fight. It was an amazing fight, and then he got that shot. You know, one shot, that will do the trick. Only one little mistake in your defense or whatever, and it can be over. Means nothing, because it makes you better for the next time, and this is how you grow as a fighter, of course.
This is Guy MEZGER's 4th time in the Pride Fighting Championships, and he is 32 years old. He'll probably be right around the weight of about 215 in this fight. He's had a lot of fights. His combined kickboxing, pancrase, and mixed martial art record is 137 total fights.
Oh my God, looks like a Thai in Thailand. Normally they fight fights like that many.
Oh yeah, you know, he says his condition is good like it always is. On his opponent, Alexander OTSUKA, he feels that OTSUKA is strong, has a good heart, and won't quit. But then MEZGER assured us that he, Guy MEZGER, won't quit either.
Very good, and that's what I want to see. I want to see a nice and good fight. He looks real good. I saw him today, and I see him now. He looks strong. It's a very strong impression he makes.
He looks to be in tremendous shape here.
In the red corner, from Japan, Alexander OTSUKA.
Okay, Alexander OTSUKA just coming off a double armbar win in Pride 11 Osaka over Mike Bork.
Yeah.
It was a double armbar, boss.
It was great. Did you see that guy, he tapped with his knees to the buttocks of Alexander because he couldn't tap. His both arms were locked.
You know, Alexander has been in with some great fighters while he's been in Pride. He's been in with Renzo Gracie, Igor Vovchanchyn, both fighters he went the distance with.
And that's unbelievable, especially against Igor Vovchanchyn. My God, man, this guy can hit like a rock. And he hit him hard, actually, a lot of times, but Alexander refused to go down.
You know, in that fight against Vovchanchyn, and that was in January of this year, he fought a pro wrestling match that afternoon before he fought Vovchanchin.
Yeah, wasn't that amazing?
And then he went the distance with Vovchanchin.
You know, it's very strange because you see the pro wrestlers coming in here, like Sakuraba, Fujita, and Alexander, and everybody's doing great. They're all great fighters. They were announced as pro wrestlers, but they're great fighters.
They really are. You know, he had probably his most defining win back in October 11th of 1998, where he defeated Marco Ruas of Brazil. And Marco is a man that you're very familiar with also, Boss.
Look at him, yes, for sure. But look at him, he's coming up. And people are going nuts. They're going crazy.
Is that
somebody behind with a mask behind him? Oh, here I go, here we go.
Looks like a witch doctor or something.
Oh, yeah. This is good. Oh, it's him. It is him with the bones. He looks like somebody from the Flintstones. Oh, no, no, no. Here we go, in the front. Yeah, people are crushing him. They for sure need the security. It's unbelievable.
Well, it looks like he's got something that resembles halfway between Fred Flintstone and your friendly neighborhood witch doctor behind him. For good luck, we suppose.
Yeah, it's a big wishbone, I guess.
Yeah. You know, he said that his fight with Guy MEZGER will be an easy one.
Oh, that is not a good thing to say, because I think it's going to be a real tough one. It's going to be a great fight. That's one thing for sure. A lot of action.
You know, he did suffer his only defeat by knockout against Ken Shamrock, and that was in the Pride Fighting Championships Return of the Warriors. But he said even though he was defeated by knockout by Ken Shamrock, he still has a strong desire to fight strikers.
Oh, yes. No, no, the guy, if somebody's got confidence, it's him. The way he enters the ring, like last time, in a suit, you know, he's got the baggage, the challenging thing that he did against Ken Shamrock, and the King of the Cage. Yeah, I like people like that, colorful people.
Yeah, he's real colorful. I mean, you know, he's got a lot to say. He's hugely popular here in Japan, and here he is ready to jump into the ring of pride. Alexander OTSUKA.
The match consists of 2 10-minute rounds.
青が183センチ、95.9キロ。Guy
MEZGER from USA, former 1997 UFC 13 champion.
183センチ、93.5キロ。アレクサンダー
There he is, the very popular Alexander OTSUKA. And the referee is giving them the last-minute instructions, no headbutts, no elbows. The other instructions are, with pride, if the opponent is face down on all fours, you cannot kick or knee them in the head. And here we go, round 1, MEZGER versus OTSUKA. Japanese pro wrestling versus American shoot wrestling.
Ready? Go!
Okay, feeling, going to see what the distance is. The Diet Butcher.
The Diet Butcher coming out with a low kick against MEZGER. MEZGER jabbing with that left hand. Another low kick there by OTSUKA.
Yeah, he cannot consistently doing that because Guy can counter with the right straight if he's going to be smart. Ooh.
He just nailed him with that right hand, Boss.
There you go.
I don't know that OTSUKA really wants to box too long with MEZGER. MEZGER is a former world champion in kickboxing. There's a low kick by MEZGER himself, followed with a left high kick to the ribs.
Good combination. He's looking good, strong. He's constantly improving his striking skills. His boxing is getting way, way better. He got good sprawl.
Yeah, nice sprawl. OTSUKA shoots in for the takedown. MEZGER underhooks and stops it. You know, he MEZGER did say that he thinks that he does care about losing, and he thinks that He'll want to stand up with him until he gets hit, and then he's going to want to turn it into a wrestling match. And it looks like that's exactly what MEZGER predicted, and they're in a clinch now in the corner.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for Alexander to take Guy down.
I don't think the pressure of being in a big event like Pride is going to affect either gentleman because they've both been in front of huge crowds their whole careers. OTSUKA mainly as a pro wrestler, and MEZGER as King of Pancrase, also as UFC champion, and also fighting here in Pride.
Still feeling, oh, very good combination, right straight to left, and again. Oh my God, very good.
MEZGER hurt him bad with that right hand. He's on top, side mount position. OTSUKA's got to do something. He's got to turn over.
And they stop the fight. This is an unbelievable win.
Unbelievable. Guy MEZGER has knocked out Alexander OTSUKA. It was the right hand that set it up, boss.
Very good combination. OTSUKA doesn't want to stop. Very good show of sportsmanship. Oh my God, Guy looked really impressive.
You know, Guy did something that Igor Vovchanich couldn't do. He knocked out OTSUKA. OTSUKA's been stopped before, but this was a big victory. He stopped him quick. He set it up with that double jab, right hand, left high kick, which rocked OTSUKA. Then he come in double jab again with that right hand.
In one round, 1 minute 54 seconds.
1 minute and 54 seconds in the first round. Beautiful combinations, right straight to the left high kick. Everything was perfect.
The match consists of 2 10-minute rounds.
青コーナー180センチ 90.5 キロ北野アルメイダ
Ricardo, Big Dog Almeida. He got that nickname while surfing in Brazil when he was a teenager. The lifeguards were always complaining to him because he kept kicking away the non-locals.
SHOJI AKIRA
AKIRA SHOJI. You know, boss, one of the things I like about SHOJI, and it really goes over well here in Japan, after his matches, when he grabs the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Fire, fire. Screaming.
I mean, he's about 1,000 steps above Tony Robbins when it comes to the positive wind-up of the crowd. And here they go to the center of the ring. Okay, here it is. Almeida versus SHOJI, round 1.
So just like a little pit bull waiting to
Coming right after him with that jump knee. Flying knee there by SHOJI. Almeida caught it there in the corner, body locked up. And the close quarters match so far. This is where Almeida wants to keep it. He wants to keep it close. He wants to take it to the ground.
Yep.
Doesn't want to stand with SHOJI. SHOJI can throw some bombs. He traded with Igor Vovchanich.
Oh, yes. And Igor couldn't take him out. So he's got a hard head too.
Oh, yeah. You know, as a matter of fact, SHOJI said that he wants a rematch with Igor Vovchanich.
Hey, why am I not surprised?
And he told me that Igor wants this rematch too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a little tough guy. And little, he's not that big, but he's wide at 91 kilos, I mean, for a body like that, you know. And he's, what I said, he looks like Igor Vovchanich, always is in a great shape.
You know, if Igor Vovchanich and Mark Coleman couldn't take him out, What can Almeida do to take him out?
He has to submit him, but it's very difficult because, like we talked before, he's got the short arms, he's got real good submission skills. It's difficult, you know, he's got no neck. It's difficult to choke. And also with the gloves, you know, it's very difficult.
Difficult to take down, too. And Shoji backs back out of the corner. Little distance there. Oh, nice low kick there by Almeida. Almeida not worried at all. Another good low kick. And a shoot there by Almeida and a single leg takedown. Shoji on the bottom. Beautiful move by Almeida. Set her up for 2 kicks, boss.
Beautiful, beautiful. Unexpected. This is the way to fight, man. Lead it in, kick, punch, punch, and then go for the takedown. Now, what a beautiful takedown.
Yeah, the big dog has come to fight. Shoji on the bottom now. The big dog's got a lot of energy. 24 years old to Shoji's 26 years old.
I remember the fight Shoji against Mark Coleman, and Mark hit him on his side of his body with body shots. And I remember that his flesh turned dark red, and he didn't quit. Mark threw the knees to the head. It was unbelievable. He's so tough.
Shoji scrambling, getting a butterfly guard, but Almeida working to pass that guard. A real nice move there by Almeida.
He's not that far away now from Mount, but Shoji's defending well.
You know, I've got to tell you, always got the mount
there. What I mean. But Shoji should twist him now to the left. You see? He should twist him to the left. I never could understand why people not doing that.
Side mount by Almeida. You know, I am really impressed by the composure and the just Almeida's whole game plan here.
Like you said before, he's not going to get a Renzo Gracie black belt for nothing, you know? I mean, Renzo is one of the best submission guys, artists in the world. So to earn a black belt with him, hey, you need to have some good skills.
Well, he's doing his teacher proud so far. Right now, on top, side mount position. Got a good. Oh, it looks like he's going to spin around. Got the mount again, but Shoji pulls guard, stacking up. Now this is a good ground fight. Shoji getting distance, getting guard, but Almeida passing half that guard already.
He's doing a great job. You see now also he should twist to the right. Shoji should twist him now to the right. You see? I think always it's dangerous to put an arm around the neck and then go lean on the side. You know, I mean, he's asking for it. Even now, he can still try it. At least give it a shot. You never know. Even when he pulls his leg out, but at least you try it. Doesn't touch any energy. See, he twists his hip. It's a perfect moment right now.
You know what I like about Almeida? He's always moving. Little moves, but watch him.
Yep.
He's always doing a little move here, a little move there. See?
Looking his legs.
Shoji with a sweep there and into the. Okay, Shoji stacking up. Shoji's doing good defense here, but he's having to fight defensively because Almeida's doing little moves here and there, keeping Shoji guessing. I think Shoji knows he's in with a good ground fighter here.
Oh yes. Looks very confident, relaxed. The corner, he hit the back of his head. And now he pats him. He says, "I'm sorry, man."
We're going back to that nice guy thing. Remember, he said he's gonna, when he steps in the ring, he leaves the nice guy out. But I guess it slipped in for that moment.
Yeah, as it should be.
You know, he's a gentleman. What can you say? You know, he admitted he has a very aggressive style, and he said he's definitely ready. He thinks that martial artists should respect the Japan's Japanese culture, and he's glad to fight here.
Listen, it's a dream for every fighter in the world to come to an event like this, a fight in Japan for Japanese people, best crowd in the world, respecting everybody, winning or losing. That's something special. You know, you feel no hate in this room. And sometimes when you go like to a country.
Oh, Almeida's good. Shoji pops out. Shoji popped out and threw the kick, and Almeida got in close and neutralized the distance. What a fight. Shoji. Almeida chopping with those low kicks. Shoji coming with punches and sprawling back.
My God, this is a good fight.
This is interesting. It just got interesting. Shoji got out from the bottom. A great move by Shoji.
Shoji can knee him to the head now. Oh, no, he cannot, huh?
Yes, he can, because Almeida's hands...
I know, but he sits on his knees, and I think the knees and feet also count as 2 points, no? Okay, that would be great.
Upper body limbs and lower body limbs. Now he's on all fours. He cannot knee him on the head. But he's only on 3 limbs here. He can knee him, but now he's on 4. Elbows and knees. Once again, if an opponent is facing face down and has the legs and the arms, or the knees and the elbows, any combination of 4 limbs on the ground, you cannot kick or knee him in the head. But if he goes up with one hand, you can kick or knee him in the head.
Okay. Yeah, because in some organization, when you sit on your knees, your feet are also touching the ground, and they call that 4 points. I think it's strange because legs are legs. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's your lower extremity. Those are 2 limbs. I mean, you know.
Yeah. But
maybe what, you got 5 toes on the ground, so you have like 1, you know, come on. I mean, you know, you gotta be real about it.
Yeah, but
Almeida's out of danger here. He knows it, but he's got 1 limb up. If Shoji wanted to chamber and throw a knee, he could have, but Shoji is avoiding throwing the weight. But maybe he knows that Almeida is going to grab the leg and try for a reversal. 3 minutes left, folks. Almeida on bottom now for a change. Been on top for most of the first half of the fight, boss.
yeah, I know, and Shoji needs to keep it compact because they're starting to sweat, as you can see. And I think every little room that he's going to Almeida give, he's going to escape. So he really has to be careful and keep it locked up tight. Yeah, still, I would lift and throw a knee, you know, or try to stand up and throw a knee. This is this.
Nice move by Almeida. Nice reversal. Comes up with a kick.
Oh, they're full of
Shoji throwing a couple kicks of his own. One to trade punches here. They're really. Oh, nice right hand by Shoji. Almeida answering back with kicks. This is a war, folks. Almeida shoots. Shoji underhooks and sprawls. Oh, they're slugging it out now. Not connecting, but if they do, could be curtains. Low kick again by Almeida. He's really landing that right low kick there.
This is in high energy fight. The level is high.
Ricardo Almeida has arrived, boss.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's taking on a tough guy here. Shoji is no slouch. Oh, good right kick with block there by the arm, but still could do the damage on the arm. This guy can kick.
And you told me this is his first. Oh no, he's 1-0 in NHB. So this is his second time
in NHB. I mean,
he's a good fighter.
Yeah. To step in against Shoji and have this kind of an impact so far, to me, is impressive.
Yeah, we thought he was like a jiu-jitsu guy, but he's got good striking skill. Look at this.
Right hand there. Shoji goes for the single, and down they go. And Almeida goes for the guillotine and lets it go. Nothing to it. Almeida on the bottom with the guard. Now we get to see his guard. We get to see his guard.
Only 1 minute. He's going to have to work for it, Shoji. But this is great. I don't care if they get a little rest now, because then round 2 is going to be fire on fire again.
Oh yeah, because the first round has been, you know, a lot of really good moves on the ground, some good standing, a lot of good kicks by Almeida. It's a close one right now. I gotta lean toward Almeida so far in the first round.
Yep. I'm impressed by the counter reflexes that they both have. There's a little space they throw in the knee, or a kick, or the punch. You know, it's real fast. They over counter and counter the counter attack again. They're playing a good game.
Shoji going up top of that punch. Almeida on bottom, throwing a stomp kick at the knee. This is legal.
Look at the legs of Shoji from the low kicks.
Shoji trying a cartwheel.
His legs are red from there. Oh, you can't see it right now, but if he turns his body, this is a great fight.
Oh, yeah, this one has really come alive. It has really come alive. You know, Shoji's in, and he's got his hands full with this fight. Shoji recently has been having problems with his appendix, but he says he has no excuses.
I had my appendix removed also.
How long ago?
It's the best. Oh no, a couple of years ago. You know, actually with me it went real bad. There's like somebody, I'm talking like it's interesting, but but it's good because now I can swallow my gum. I don't have to spit it out anymore because you can never get trapped in the appendix. Whoa!
Okay, nice right hand there by Shoji. Shoji with the underhooks, sprawling back. That's a good sprawl. And Almeida chopping with that right low kick.
Yeah, and you can see the damage on Shoji's leg.
Oh, what a great sequence, because he threw 2 low kicks. Shoji answered with the right hand. Now he tries the cartwheel, trying to get an advantage, but but look what Almeida did. He stacked up high with a double high, up kick and neutralized it.
It's a little bit like we saw Hoist doing against Sakuraba, you remember? When he defended perfectly with his legs and tried to twist him. That was a great move too from Hoist.
You know, it takes two parts to make a great fight, and I think we've got that here.
Oh yes, both of them good, willing to fight, willing to go the distance, want to win both, well-rounded both. It's great.
Okay, we're here at ringside for the Pride Fighting Championships. Cold Fury. Boss Rutan and myself. I am the fight professor, Stephen Quadros, looking at you. AKIRA SHOJI in the corner waiting. And here we go for round two.
Round two. Here's it myself, Boss El Guapo Rutan.
El Guapo having what meaning, boss?
El Guapo means the handsome. Didn't I always say, most handsome fighter in NHP? You know that actually people emailed me and told me that I was arrogant because I thought I was so handsome. They really thought it was real. Isn't that unbelievable?
Maybe they should buy your mirror from you. So here we go, round two. Another action-packed round.
Oh, why that low kick? I'm telling you, he's going to feel the low kick.
Oh, there's a low kick by Shoji. Almeida throws some serious oomph into that kick.
Look at the leg. So you will see it.
There it is again.
You see, he's feeling it. I'm telling you. And that's going to be difficult for him to make a shoot, to go for a takedown because it's going to hurt.
I've seen you do that same strategy against Kosaka.
Go leg, and then suddenly go for the high.
Oh, nice jab there by Almeida.
Yeah, and it connected. He is good.
He's got Shoji backing up, and I've never seen that happen, except for maybe with a big guy like Kerr. Or a big guy like Nice. It's the stand-up here that Almeida is really showing some. Oh, nice low kick by Shoji.
Yeah, Shoji, like we said before, he's tough, and he wants to try. He's going to feel low kicks. And maybe he's going to get down on low kicks if he's going to continue like this. He's blocking it already with his hand, which is dangerous.
Left hook there by Almeida into the body lock, and Almeida almost getting the side turn takedown. But Shoji's staying down low. Look at that leg. Ouch. He wants to keep close because if he stays on the outside, he may get stopped with low kicks.
Almeida should knee the leg now. Start kneeing bombs on it.
Yeah, well, he's got that left leg back.
Which is a very smart move. Look, he's doing it.
He's a nice knee. Look like to the body.
Yeah, it was the body. It was the lower body.
The lower body. Ouch. Unintentional, I'm sure. I doubt the big dog would do something like that intentionally.
No. This is a real. If they gave him a card for it, I wouldn't think. Oh no.
Yeah, but that hurts. The knee is a big weapon.
I know. It is. It's real hard. Yep.
That's a tough one.
And it takes a lot out of it. You know what worse is? To go back. And especially if it hurts, every move you do, you feel.
Here it is right there. Oh, God. Right in there. Okay, he's going to take a yellow card, and here's the knee again. Almeida.
Oh, yes, it was there. Oh, maybe we're going to see it from a different camera angle. No.
Be interesting to see how this is going to affect both fighters' game plan. If Almeida comes back up, Almeida's got decent stand-up. I mean, I've seen some people come in from a grappling background, of which he primarily is, and learn some cosmetic stand-up. But he does damage with his stand-up.
Real damage. Look at the low kicks, man. He didn't just get that many low kicks.
He had a good right hand, too.
And the knees.
There it is, yeah. That's the good respect. I mean, he's not trying to hurt the guy. He's just trying to win the fight. He's very excited to be here in Pride. And, Shoji's going to move around. And he's chambering that low kick.
Oh, nice. A hard right hand. That's very hard. He rocked him a little bit. Oh, good takedown. Unexpected. That was unexpected.
Well, this is good for Shoji. He can buy a little bit of time here. He can get fully recuperated. We've got 8 minutes left. And Almeida, now somebody's bleeding here.
Oh, Shoji's bleeding.
His nose.
That was the punch.
It must have been. Oh, that was a good right hand. He's bleeding hard now. Oh boy, that right hand was right on the nose.
It's only nose. It's only the nose. Almeida thinks maybe he won the fight, but it's only the nose. It's not a cut.
It's a lot of blood coming down. Probably broke his nose, boss.
Yep.
Because when it bleeds like that, usually the nose is broken.
It looks like it is broken.
This has been a tough night so far for AKIRA SHOJI. I mean, even, okay, here it is. It's the jab blocked and the right hand coming down, and then it was kind of a left uppercut.
Yeah, but it was more with the shoulder that looked like this. Like he hit him with the
left.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
that was
it was the left, yeah.
Yeah, and you see it glazed off, so it's probably broken.
Yeah. Yeah, it caught him going side to side. It was definitely a glancing blow.
Yeah, it
looks like the Energizer mixed martial art fighter will continue.
Yeah, the battery is not dead.
They're going to resume in the down position. Almeida on the bottom with a guard around AKIRA SHOJI, and here we go.
My God, I thought he was going to hug him. Did you see that?
So did I. I thought, okay.
Right.
I got to tell you, Renzo Gracie must be proud so far by now.
My God, man, he's doing a real good job.
Yeah, there's that nose bleeding right there. It will bleed, but eventually it will stop.
You know what the worst thing is? When SHOJI would be now on his back, he's swallowing the blood constantly. Like me with Ritalin. That is the downside from it. It ain't that bad, but the blood, swallowing the blood. He's coming in again, and again that right low kick.
Oh, nice left hook by Almeida. SHOJI takes in, down. Almeida going for a Kimura, but letting it go.
Almeida should watch out because he's going real hard for striking, and then he slows his distance so SHOJI can take him down. And he's doing a real good job, but you know.
No, this kid's got some firepower on those punches.
This is the world's gonna know from him, trust me.
Yeah, you know, I mean, if this is a second no holds barred fight, if he can stay focused, imagine when he gets 10, 15 fights. This guy's gonna be a tough customer at, you know, 90 kilos and below. He weighs 196 for this fight.
What's his age? Oh, he's 24. 24 years old. Jesus.
SHOJI bleeding quite a bit. Oops.
He's going to try to make that twist takedown now. I don't know.
It looks like Almeida is going to be going for that left arm of SHOJI out of the guard.
Yeah, but he can also twist and put his right foot now on the floor, his right knee on the floor, and then bridges with his left, and then he can turn him.
Cachorrão de novo, de leve.
He could go for the turn. He should turn. He should put the left foot on the floor.
SHOJI trying to stand up.
Whoa,
punching Almeida.
And a good low kick again. He hits it with the toes. But he's got some good striking ability, man.
He's really putting on SHOJI. This has been a low
kick.
Hard low kick.
He hurt himself. You see? Almeida hurt himself with a kick.
Because SHOJI lifted up the leg and partly checked the kick finally. After eating so many kicks to the leg, he actually blocked one. There's that left uppercut again. Okay, we're halfway through round 2, and it's been all Almeida so far in this fight. SHOJI really having a rough time with the strikes and the ground game, but mainly the strikes.
You know, Almeida, he could hit the leg right now with his fist. It sounds really strange. I even did it in Thai boxing. Look at his gloves. It will have a great impact, especially because SHOJI is leaning on his right leg. His muscles are not tense, so it has a lot of effect. Just hit it with the knuckles on that same spot. Because I'm telling you, he's feeling the low kicks.
Yeah, you know, I've only seen one fighter really punch to the leg, and that was Igor Vovchanchyn.
Oh, he did it too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because he's got a real strong punch. He can do it.
In body lock position in the corner.
Yeah, the referee's going to break it up for sure. Yeah, there you go, you see.
Break them up, and they'll go back to standing across the ring from each other. A restart here. Shoji seems to have recovered from the unintentional knee, and now he's back to Energizer mode.
Oh, good right hand now. And another one. Oh.
It's nice straight punches.
And again, he is
got.
constantly. And that low, I'm telling you, that low kick is going to go.
If Shoji doesn't be careful, he could get stopped with the low kick. Almeida trying for the takedown.
I'm telling you, man, if Almeida is going to give him 3 or 4 more low kicks, Shoji cannot walk anymore. He is really hurting right now.
It is a possibility that he could stop him with low kicks.
Yes. And he has to work now, and he need him.
He just need him right there.
Very good. He should continuously doing it. And Shoji, exactly like we know him, the tough guy. No quitting. Knee to the groin, no quitting. Oh God!
Now some distance.
Oh, right on the right straight. No, stay up. You would stay up. Oh, I would have never done this. I would have never done this.
Shoji on the bottom, half guard.
He was doing so good for me.
Shoji has really got to do something significant to get back in this fight, boss. He's losing the fight.
He's going to lose the fight. Yep.
Look at his head. It's swollen up from the punches. You know, he's been out-punched. He's been out-grappled. Almeida hasn't been close to a submission yet, but he hasn't even tried for one, really, because he's been out-punching and kicking him.
And doing a real good job. Yeah, we're definitely going to hear a lot from Almeida.
Almeida taking his time. Expect a flurry or some kind of activity. I would expect he would probably go into grappling mode here and go for a position and try and maneuver Shoji maybe into a side mount or a full mount.
I would, if I was him, stand up. He's doing great standing up. He needs a few more low kicks. Work, work, work. He's got the stamina for it because he looks.
It looks like he's going for side mount here, and he's pounding away at Shoji. Now he's almost got Shoji's back, and they're back up. Throws a knee. He's on Shoji. Shoji backing up. Almeida's really pushing the action here. A knee to the head. Almeida going for the kill. He's going trading punch for punch here. Almeida.
My God.
Shoji standing right in with Almeida. Not backing away. Trying a jump knee. Not giving an inch. A tremendous battle here. Oh, nice, beautiful single leg there. Shoji on his back. Shoji not giving in though.
This is an incredible fight. Can you believe this is the end of the second round? And the way they're fighting, it's fire.
They're fighting like it's the beginning of the first round.
This is great.
30 seconds left. A tremendous fight. Almeida has arrived.
Enzo is screaming, I think, make another last offense. Go full power, but he knows he won the fight.
Yeah, he has dominated the fight. He has dominated.
Yep.
He's dominated every aspect of the action. There have been a few reversals, but he's really got Shoji's number. I know he's got almost full mount, boss. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Oh, great.
What an impressive Pride debut for Ricardo Big Dog Almeida. Virtually winning almost every minute of the first 2 rounds against AKIRA Shoji.
Seconds, please remain out of the ring. Please remain out of the ring. Seconds out of the ring.
Well, I really can't picture any other scenario than a unanimous decision for the Big Dog.
A killer within AKIRA.
Okay, here it is. Nice left hook there by Shoji, but the knee
Oh.
pops him. Good thing he pulled up out of that. He would have been in trouble. Shoji trying to go toe-to-toe. Almeida shooting for the takedown. Knee again to the body. Shoji with the uppercut.
But you see what Almeida is doing? He is mixing everything up. Punching, takedown, you know, going for... It's unbelievable that Shoji actually sprawled that takedown. You see, he hurt him a lot with those low kicks.
Yeah, you know, and Shoji, look at the balance. He grabbed the single, and Shoji got the balance. But it was, and he still got the takedown. May have been a little bit too late.
判定の結果、勝者北野アルメイダ。
As I said several times in the fight, Ricardo Almeida has arrived on the world circuit.
Oh, yes. We're going to hear a lot from this guy.
You know, there's Renzo Gracie in the corner. Renzo has got to be just jubilant about this. I mean, to make a debut in Pride against one of Pride's hardest fighters and to dominate like this in his second mixed martial art fight.
Scary.
Yes, it is. It is very scary. And what a classy gentleman, too. You know, this really, really puts the Renzo Gracie team back on the map big time.
Your last fight with Igor Vovchanchyn was one of the toughest fights you've had. Looking back at that fight, would you want a rematch? What's your feelings on that fight?
It'd be nice to get into the same position on the ground and try and see what I can do next time. I didn't think I was getting hit that bad until I saw the video and until I went to the hospital.
What does it feel like to get hit by the hardest puncher in the business, Igor Vovchanchyn?
It's a really unique kind of feeling because it doesn't hurt. It just jars everything. Or almost like if you're in a car accident, you hit your head on the windshield, it doesn't really hurt. But it's like, whoa, something hit me, and that's how it felt. So like a little Russian car came and hit me. It was good for me. The thing I learned the most, besides technique, was learning about myself, that I can overcome anything.
Why'd you become a fighter?
Because I get to travel around the world, come to beautiful Japan. I don't have to wake up every morning at 7 o'clock and go to a job and sit behind a computer like I used to do. I'm most comfortable with, of course, the key lock and upper body submissions because of my strength advantage that I'll have in weights.
The match consists of 2 10-minute rounds.
Okay, here we go. Enson Inoue. Very popular here in Japan.
Oh, as you can hear.
Going up against Heath Herring. Herring coming off a tremendous win by chokeout over Tom Erickson, a man that most people in the sport thought could not be beaten.
Yep. But as you can see, everybody is beatable.
Yeah, Heath Herring coming in somewhere around the 250-pound range, and Enson right around 210, 209, touching gloves. How is Enson going to get Heath Herring down, boss?
I don't know. I don't know what his game plan is. We heard he went to Thailand for Thai boxing. He is looking sharp.
Hard
Good counter. He should strike first.
You know, Enson's coming out throwing some bombs here. A lot of pressure here by Enson Inoue. Oh, nice punch. Takedown there by Heath Herring. You know, Enson came out with a warrior spirit.
Oh yeah, but I think Heath slipped there. I don't know if it was a real hit. I couldn't see. And there he goes, Kimura. Oh,
Got the key lock.
got it.
Got the key lock there, the Americana. out of the side mount. That is the position you want to be in. He's got to flatten his body.
Lay down, he has to go flat on him. He has to push his hand towards the legs, push it down.
I hope he doesn't wear himself out trying for this, but he's also going to wear Enson out a little bit, trying to defend the move.
Okay, step your right foot over Enson's face. He has to step over his head now and then totally try twist. He should slide that hand from the right to the left over the ground. No, he's pulling it up. He should go lower.
Yeah, he should keep his left elbow down on the mat. At this point, if he knows he can't get it, should he give it up? Should he give it up?
Yes, I think so.
And there he did. He gave it up.
Oh, God, I thought Heath Herring said to the judge, I'm going to break it. I mean, he's going to break it, but I think Enson, look at the size of his arms. He's flexible and he's strong. So he did a good defense right there. He should have, yeah, again, he should have slided over the ground towards the legs of Enson. That would have been
now
it.
Heath is going to stand back up and he's going to say, let's get back up, let's trade. Enson kind of dropping that right arm. That right arm might be a little tired now, boss.
Oh, good kick.
Push kick there by Enson. It's going to be hard for Enson to throw that right hand now because he's had to fight up a key lock from Heath Herring. And Herring down on top in the guard.
And he's going for the armbar already. Watch it. Enson is going. Oh.
Heath keeping his base up real high. His forehead down low into the chest in order to avoid a submission from the bottom. Now, Enson has had success and failure from the bottom guard position. He's been stopped before in the guard while he was on the bottom, but he's also been successful with arm bars, as we said before, with Couture and Royce Alger. He's chopping away to that right side of Enson's, the right hand of Enson's body.
That is very smart, and suddenly he will make a high punch. Hook to the head.
Coming down with the back fist there, and chopping away again with that right hand. You know, Heath is looking up every once in a while at Enson to see if he's still got the fight left in him, and he sure does. And Heath is all business right here.
He's doing a great job. But, you know, if that goes armbar attempt.
But Heath stacking up high, almost passing the guard.
Oh, yeah, he's very good at submissions.
Yeah, well, he's choked out a few people and armbarred a few people. He's choked out Evan Tanner with a rear naked choke, same move he used against Tom Erickson. And he's hammerlocked Sean McCulley. He's key locked some people.
Yeah, Gabe. There was in Colorado in the Boston Invitational. I met him there. He won that tournament.
You know, I think Heath is a really good student of the game. Came in primarily from a wrestling background. Went to Holland, learned some Muay Thai, got some submissions, pretty much turning into a complete fighter. Now look, he's getting side control again. Could want to stand back up here.
Oh, Texas.
Knee to the head.
Yeah, now he's gonna go. He is strong. He's got a very good base. Knee to the head again.
The knee. Those are hard knees, boss.
Yes.
Hard knees. He's not going to want to take a lot of those. Now knee to the body.
Heath is introducing himself.
The fight is over. Looks like the referee has stopped the fight from repeated punishment. Wow. Heath Herring in control from the top. Side mount position, dropping knee after knee onto the head of Enson Inoue. Enson's not real happy with the decision.
But I think it was you know, he was not defending. All the knees were a hit. And the referee said, you know, this is a sport. Let's not take it to the extreme. Go home and remember your name.
Exactly. I think it was a good job of the referee.
4 minutes and 39 seconds, 31 seconds in the first round. Beautiful, unbelievable, what a win, 2 in a row. There we see the replay, the head, look, the knees,
hard knees,
and they're hard
knees. I mean, you know, if you can't defend, and he doesn't have his hand anywhere near defending, and Enson says no, but the referee's got to, you know, that is a crack. That's a hard, hard shot.
Oh, yes.
You got a big guy, over 250 pounds. You know, as I said before, this guy studies the game. This guy is working on his side control, his guard. Good respect there, Keith Haring, giving all this respect to ENSON INOUE.
He comes in, fights two world-class fighters, and he beats them. Isn't that amazing? And before, nobody heard of him.
Carlos, your opponent, JOHIL de Oliveira, is a very well-rounded, very experienced fighter. Do you plan on dictating the fight?
Can I let my coach answer that?
Carlos' plan is to just rule the fight. Rule the fight. Anything he does is because Carlos wants him to do it. You know, the moment he shows up, that's all we're worried about.
The second match consists of 2 10-minute rounds.
青コーナー177センチ 79.1 キロ
Okay, here he is, Carlos Newton, in tip-top physical condition at the age of 24 years old. The sunglasses will come off.
As well depends.
76.6 キロ JOHIL
JOHIL de Oliveira. You know, he had a classic 2 matches with Jose Pele Landi in Brazil. He split the wins with Pele. He won the first one and then lost a decision in the second one.
Oh, my God. So we can say he's real tough.
If you go the distance with Pele, you are tough.
Yes, sir.
Carlos Newton, among other things, has fought Dan Henderson, who he lost to. It was a very controversial loss. And he also lost a very close, actually, he submitted to Kazushi Sakuraba. So he himself has been in with some of the greatest in the sport also. And it's going to be luta libre versus jiu-jitsu, boss.
That's it, right? Now, we're going to see what he does with the hands.
Carlos has been training boxing a lot.
As you can see already.
There's the low kick.
Just feeling each other off. See what distance they are.
Oh, JOHIL's coming out throwing some bombs with those kicks. I mean, that right low kick set up for that left high kick barely missed. Carlos could have done some damage. Another low kick by JOHIL.
I absolutely didn't know that JOHIL could kick like that. It's going to be good.
I think he might be in one of the best conditions of his life. There's a low kick by JOHIL. Carlos takes him down into the guard. JOHIL on the bottom, Carlos on top. Now from here, what is Carlos going to want to do? Pass the guard?
He has to. I mean, JOHIL is very good from the bottom. He will attack, try to attack everything. This is, I think, the best thing for Carlos to do is to pass the guard.
Pass the guard, maybe get mount or side mount, and to go for an arm bar, which is probably his best submission. Carlos grinding away to the body. JOHIL got a closed guard. Now he opens the guard up. The guard being the legs around the waist of Carlos Newton, for those of you who are new at the sport of mixed martial arts. Both men grinding away. Somehow we knew this one was going to go to the ground.
Yep, both ground fighters. 80% ground fighting, and the rest is striking.
You know, JOHIL, he mentioned that his favorite finish is the KO.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so if they stand back up, we might see some bombs. We didn't see much boxing from Carlos Newton, but maybe he figured because of the low kick, he didn't want to stand there for too long with JOHIL.
Yeah, why should you take any risk? Yeah, if they're going to stay like this, the referee will probably
Yeah,
Burn it up.
not a lot of activity. You can't really deliver a knockout blow when you're this close to an opponent because it ends up being more of an arm punch. Now, Carlos is going up high. Now he can deliver some damage from that distance, but he's also susceptible to an up kick by JOHIL or, oh, now he's trying to pass.
Why doesn't he pass the guard?
And it looks like he's got that guard almost passed, but JOHIL is gonna, oh, no, upside down position. Is Carlos gonna get him into almost, whoa. JOHIL's working the guard. Now Carlos, oh, JOHIL might be working for an Achilles ankle lock here, but I don't think Carlos is going to fall for that.
No, he already peeled the other leg off, so it's going to be difficult to lock it up.
And he's susceptible to his own left leg, to a heel hook. Oh, a lot of scrambling here on the ground. Looks like Carlos is thinking about a knee bar, but no, he goes back to half guard.
Beautiful movement. It's a great fight.
Now that was some technical maneuvers. You can see the bruise on Carlos's left leg from the few low kicks that JOHIL did land early on in the match.
This is a little dangerous to put your arm around the neck because you're going to get turned. But he's got it back already.
I think that JOHIL has to be careful that he doesn't get mounted by Carlos because Carlos, I believe, has got a real good top game from the mount, mainly that arm bar.
Plus, it's very hard to get him, or to get him off of you. His balance is real good. He's going to ride like he rides a horse, you know.
He's falling back. Look how he was going to fake a leg lock, but JOHIL is going for that Achilles ankle lock, and
very nice defense. Put your other leg into it.
And they stand back up, folks. They scramble back up. There's an excellent little tit for tat there on the ground, and the referee lets him adjust the gloves, and they're back to a boxing stance. See if Carlos throws that jab and right hand.
Now, and this is difficult also because you've been grappling on the ground constantly, and then when you stand up, it's real strange to punch and strike again. It's like awkward. It works against each other. Punching and...
There's a right hand by JOHIL.
And a nice right hand.
Both fighters very relaxed. Nice right hand there by Carlos Newton, and JOHIL goes for the takedown, and now he's on top. Carlos got a butterfly guard, ready for a perfect sweep. He could do an elevator sweep here. JOHIL stacks back up. And now,
I can't believe this. I've seen him doing this so many times. He's phenomenal.
Now Carlos on top in the side mount. JOHIL's crossing his legs to prevent the mount. But I believe that Carlos is going to work clockwise, as he's going now, and try and go for that right arm of JOHIL. But JOHIL's
mount.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not going to work.
And now he's on top in half guard or half mount, whichever vantage point you prefer. Newton on top, De Oliveira on the bottom. A very technical grappling match so far, boss.
Yep, De Oliveira should try to turn him to the right, not anymore of course, but try to take the moment. This is a better position. Push yourself away, create some distance so you get some striking power. Very nice left. Farming away.
Now Carlos is landing some shots.
Pushes him back.
Partially blocked there. It looks like JOHIL is thinking about that left leg of Carlos's, but Carlos is keeping it back, almost like bait to get him to reach for it and open himself up. Then Carlos drops a punch. JOHIL is bleeding now a little bit. Some of those old cuts from his Vale Tudo headbutt days are reopening back up.
Carlos is playing a good game. He's got good control. He's smooth. I trained with him a lot. He came to the Beverly Hills Jiu-Jitsu Club. He trained like for, I think for 2 months with us. And I trained like 4 times a week with him. He's very smooth. Oh, and that's what I said before. You have to watch out when you got the arm around the neck.
You know, that was an excellent defensive move by JOHIL. Almost got the top position, but Carlos rolled out. Now they're back. And now JOHIL goes for the up kick. You don't want to eat that thing. JOHIL looks like he's going for a Kimura here from the side. He doesn't have the guard, so I don't know how effective that's going to be. No, Carlos popped out.
This is a dangerous position if you know to play it.
Yeah, Carl, it's a dangerous position for De Oliveira, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
You know, yes. Carlos does have the right. Oh, now Carlos going for the mount, but he doesn't get it because JOHIL defends with the feet on hips. And JOHIL scooting back. A very wily JOHIL on the bottom. Oh, nice left hand by JOHIL from the bottom, just sitting up and popping in one.
I shoot, if I were Carlos, shoot and attack him from this position like he did before. Push yourself a little bit out, create a little distance, and just go for the straight punch to the head.
It's surprising that Carlos, in this position, side mount position, does not go for the knee, the left knee to the head.
That's what I was thinking, you know. It is allowed.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So
if your opponent is facing up and you're side mounted onto him, you can knee him to the head or kick him to the head. If he's facing down on all fours, you cannot kick him or knee him to the head. Down into a real close body lock on the ground. JOHIL on the bottom. Looks like he's got full guard. Actually, it's half guard.
Half guard, yeah. Yeah, Carlos has to watch out that he doesn't put the arm around the neck. Now he's very susceptible for a turn to the right.
Now he's got full guard. No, he doesn't. You know, it's very interesting that it looks like De Oliveira is fighting a defensive fight right now, and Carlos is being a little more aggressive, so maybe the judges feel that Carlos is winning the round. What do you think, Box?
Oh, for sure, because he's constantly on top. He reversed, he did the takedown, and he's working, you know, he's constantly working. JOHIL is also working, but Carlos is the one who's connecting. He should keep doing this, what he's doing right now, you see?
Yeah, Carlos is grinding with that, grinding with that right hand. There's the left hand. JOHIL does block it.
Go to the body. Has to work the body too.
Yeah, you should go body, body, head sometimes.
Yep.
That
way. Head, body, head, body. Last 1 minute.
1 minute left, folks. A real technical ground match here. Like we thought, it was going to be a clash of styles, and one man trying to set up a submission, the other man trying to possibly set it back up so we can get back on his feet.
You see Carlos constantly controlling with his hand on the jaw of JOHIL. He's turning his head constantly. He's pushing him back now with the forearm, constantly cross-facing him.
And he's also setting up a punch because he gets the distance with the other hand. And sometimes he can drop that punch right where the other hand was. JOHIL pushing back. He was going to elbow him there, but that is not allowed in the rules of Pride. No elbows to the head.
And it's difficult. He's a Vale-Tudo fighter from Brazil, and anything goes there. So sometimes fighting with restrictions for these kind of guys is a little difficult. He could go for a toe hold right now, Carlos Newton. Yeah. He could try, at least.
Figure four on that left leg of JOHIL.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's the end of round one, folks. Looked like Carlos had that round more in control than JOHIL. JOHIL was on the defensive primarily. Did land some low kicks early on. It'd be interesting to see if Carlos is going to try to box him again in the second round. He didn't try and box him too much, although he did land a few punches standing after they restarted themselves. The referee did not have to meddle in any way on the ground because they kept busy. They reversed a few times.
It was perfect, and they're looking in good shape, as you see them both. They're not breathing heavy. These are two high-class fighters who can go second round to the same thing as the first.
And here we got Carlos Newton grinding away. A lot of punches being blocked by JOHIL. JOHIL got good defense on the bottom. Now he's pushing that jaw, like you said, boss.
It's perfect. And there he goes again, and pushing it back, cross-facing again.
He holds him down and keeps control. A lot of those are missing, but it's still to a judge. He's being the more aggressor. JOHIL's on the defensive. You have to award points in a close fight to the man who is aggressive. And right now it is Carlos Newton. JOHIL de Oliveira. You can see the scar tissue from some previous headbutts. The problem with the headbutt, if you don't headbutt high on the head, you can cut yourself.
Oh, yeah. I have another guy from Holland who's actually here in the audience. It's Ramon Dekker, who's one of the greatest Thai boxers ever, was the first one who beat the Thais in their home turf, in the Lumpini Stadium, in the Rajadam Stadium. And he's got a face like this too. He got a lot of scars from all the elbows he received. And actually we got Rob Kamen also in the audience. Also a very known Thai boxer. Also one of the first people that went to Thailand and did everything.
You know, those are two countrymen of yours that you can be proud of because both of them were dominant world champions in the martial art of Muay Thai. Dekker compiling almost 200 fights. And here we are back to the action. Round two, 2 10-minute rounds it's scheduled for. Carlos Newton being toweled off there.
By Everton McEwen. sparring partner of Lennox Lewis. My God, hey.
That's a good trainer to have, huh?
Oh yeah, and look at his size. He's not that big.
So looks like he might be getting in the ring soon.
Yep.
Round 2, folks. And JOHIL bows, and they come back out. They touch gloves again. A lot of respect here. They both know who each other are. They've been fighting at different sides of the world for a long time. One from North America and one from South America. They're both from the Americas. Newton coming in, faking a jab. Spinning heel kick by JOHIL, but misses.
But very surprising. He got good low kicks. And he's hitting with it. He's connecting with it.
Maybe if he can keep this standing, he can just institute a Muay Thai battle and try and outbox. Now he goes for a double leg, gets the double. Carlos pulls him into a stacked up guard. Now he's got a butterfly guard. Looks like he's going to try and sweep JOHIL. Probably try and sweep him. No, but now he's got a closed guard or an open guard. And JOHIL on top. See what he can do here. See if he can avoid the armbar.
Carlos got some real good hip movement.
Yeah, it looks like Carlos might want to try that left leg in front of the face of JOHIL and try and trap the left arm. What do you think, Boss?
Yeah, I'm thinking also both arms. He can go both arms, I see.
Because JOHIL is holding behind Carlos's neck with the left arm.
Yeah.
So if Carlos brings the right leg in front of JOHIL and throws him over on his belly or on his back, he could have that left arm bar.
Yeah, but we cannot forget JOHIL's a good ground fighter too, and he probably will pull it out.
You know, I think it's interesting because they come from different grappling backgrounds. They both do something that the other one doesn't expect, because when you train in jiu-jitsu and your partner is a jiu-jitsu stylist, you know he's going to do jiu-jitsu counter move. But lucha libre, the moves are different.
Oh yes. And it's a lot of difference also with the gi or without the gi. The game is completely different. It's a little faster. You see the guys who do jiu-jitsu. Yes, he's hooking his foot under. He's preparing for a sweep.
Yeah, he is. He looks like he's going to sweep that left video. But JOHIL defends the sweep. The sweep being the foot under the thigh of the person on top and work to flip them over so we can get a top position. And maybe in the process, he's going for the armbar, and JOHIL just pops back up, stands back up, throws a kick. Carlos blocks it. And back up. JOHIL going in for the takedown now. Carlos is going for the guillotine choke, but JOHIL got him kind of tight.
He had to let it go, but he didn't have his hands up. He had an arm in between JOHIL, and then it's very difficult.
But JOHIL has been much more aggressive in this round. He's shot him for takedowns. He's thrown a few kicks. He's been on top a little bit, where in the first round he was primarily on the bottom.
It's going to be a tough one for the judges if it's going to go to the distance.
Another single leg shoot there by JOHIL, and Carlos defends well with the sprawl and back up. Right hand misses by JOHIL to Oliveira. JOHIL's got his hands down, so if Carlos had fast hands, he could come in with a punch combination, but I think that's what JOHIL wants.
Like he was waiting for that right hand.
Okay, left kick there by JOHIL, and he falls back on to his behind. Carlos coming down onto the ground and engaging him in his guard.
Same position as he was in the first round, and did some good work, so he can do it again. He has to put his forearm on JOHIL's face, try to push him out, himself away from him. And again, create some distance.
Now, do you think there's a scenario where JOHIL can submit Carlos Newton on the ground?
You can never tell, man. I mean, if it's a fast one, unpredictable thing, you know. I mean, he got submitted by Sakuraba with the knee bar, you know. It's like an unpredictable thing. If you make one little mistake, you're going to pay for it.
I think that this fight, at this point, we have 6 minutes left. And it's slowed down just a little bit. Carlos on top in the half mount or half guard of JOHIL. Both men thinking, looking for an opening, waiting for the other man to make a mistake. Sometimes when you get two men waiting, it creates more of a strategic fight rather than a barn burner.
He's grabbing the hand of JOHIL. It's like he's want to go for like a key lock. Grab the hand, punch with the left, and suddenly go for a lock. He let it go now, but I think that was his upset.
Yeah, but JOHIL does have full guard now. He's got a closed guard behind Carlos's back.
Yep, if they stay long in this position, the referee's going to put it up.
Yeah. So far, boss, even though it's been a close round, we're halfway through. Who would you give this round to so far?
So far, in the beginning it was from JOHIL, but then Carlos took him down, reversed him. Now he's on top. So this round is like a little bit even. The first round was for Carlos. Second round, I would say, right now it's a little even. It depends on what people are going to do now. But still, my book with Carlos win on points.
Yeah, I think that with a guy like JOHIL, he's very hard to submit. I don't believe he's ever tapped out from a submission hold in Vale Tudo competition. He's been stopped with strikes due to cuts. But Carlos does have a full toolbox of submission holds. But JOHIL, being the wily veteran that he is, you know, JOHIL, when he retires, he's got a certificate in Brazil to practice law.
Is that a fact?
So what are you going to do if you're in court and you disagree with the other lawyer and you know that the guy's a Vale Tudo champion?
Yeah. And then look at his face and you know he has been into fights. Not in court yet, but outside the court.
You know, he's followed in his father's footsteps. His father was a Vale Tudo fighter also. He had a record of 18 wins and 2 losses in Vale Tudo and retired at the very late age of 46 years old. JOHIL feels he can go till at least 45 himself.
Oh my God, that's a long age. I mean, you know, you're going to get injuries. The injuries don't go away anymore. I can say because I got them, and I'm only 35. I think in jiu-jitsu, in that kind of game, you can go real long, you know. But like in this type of fighting, the knuckles, everything hurts from punching, the work your knees from being constantly throwing down, sprawling, all these things. At 45, hey, it's a good goal, let me say. Huh?
It is a good goal. He is 31 years old, JOHIL de Oliveira, so he's looking at 14 years from now if he does continue. And back to the action. Looks like Carlos still on top. No submissions likely at the moment for either man. Just a lot of arm punching to the ribs and head. Not a lot of action right now.
Yeah, I should put the fight up.
Yeah, the referee might want to stand them up, but you know, a lot of times grapplers don't like restarts. Purists of the sport that are, you know, out of the loop of entertainment, which this is entertainment after all, might think, oh, no, stay down. But to an audience, are they going to think, yeah, this is the fight of the century?
That's what the people want to see. The people want to see is stand up. You know, if they don't improve their positions, I would say stand up. But they're working.
Yeah, no damage being done per se, though. 2 minutes left, boss.
Yep. Let's see it. In a beautiful, clean ring until now. Sometimes we see the ring covered in red, and everything is spotless, which is good.
You know, it's tough. You know, JOHIL having fought with elbows, he could have been cracking the elbow to the top of. There we go, the restart, like you said, boss. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing.
It's very good.
You know, there wasn't a lot of action, not a lot of activity. Nobody's really going for anything.
That's what I say. Nobody's trying to pass the card, and a yellow card. But for what?
They're getting a yellow card. A yellow card is a warning. If you get 3 yellow cards, you get disqualified. I'm not sure who got the yellow card, or maybe was it 2 yellow cards? Back to standing again.
Just explain to me it's not aggressive enough. And then you're going to get a yellow card when you stall. I think that's a real good rule.
Okay, who's stalling though? Right hand by JOHIL.
Oh my God, good. You see, they're full of conditioning. I would go for it now.
Nice knee there by Carlos Newton. JOHIL returning fire with his own knee. We're getting close to the end of the fight, folks. They're back up. Will there be a flurry of action? Will punches and kicks fly?
I think Carlos has to attack, Joel putting his arms down like that. He has to go for it. Very nice reversal. He's a master in that. You know, somebody takes him down and then he reverses the takedown.
Uh-oh. He's going for that arm that JOHIL counters.
Oh, no, he can go for the key lock. He plays it right. Okay, just push yourself out. Put it on your elbow, or your forearm on his jaw. Cross face him. Push yourself out and go 30 seconds full power punching. That's what I should do. That's what should I advise if I was his corner.
Well, if I was in his corner, I would say move the left arm and throw the left knee.
That's it. To the head. No.
JOHIL going for something, and JOHIL going to pop back open. Carlos coming back down, grabbing the leg, back in guard. Carlos working for side mount again, and there it is, the end of the match. 2 10-minute rounds in the bag. Who won, boss?
I think Carlos won. I think he won the fight. Although I have to say, JOHIL was good on his feet. He landed a few good strikes. But Carlos did too. Carlos landed all the strikes on the ground, the real ones that count. Got good reversals, at the takedown, good sprawl. So yeah, in my book, Carlos would win the fight.
Okay, Carlos Newton, 24 years old. JOHIL de Oliveira, 31 years old. Do you think that is an age difference that would make a difference in this fight as far as stamina?
But no, not 31, not yet, I think. I think I was like in the best shape when I was around like 30, 31. I felt myself the strongest and everything, more ripe, I don't know. And 24, it's pretty close. 31, you got more experience probably. You know, and growing up in Brazil, you do a lot of street fights, you know, it makes you tough, mentally strong. It looks like they're gonna do another 5-minute overtime, or not? No.
They're gonna come to the center for the judge's decision.
Okay, let's see what's gonna be.
And let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what the judges have to say.
Yep.
The judges have ruled the winner of this match from the UK, Carlos Newton.
Okay, Carlos Newton gets the decision over JOHIL. No surprise to us here at ringside. A slower paced fight. He fought conservatively. He knew he was fighting a veteran. JOHIL making his debut in Pride, coming up short, but he'll probably be back.
Did I hear this right? Did they say from the UK? Is he from England? Officially? Or? No, yeah, Canada. Okay. I thought that they said UK. I thought it was 20. And here we go again. Watch this. He's going to do the power move.
Here he goes. In the shadow box, Carlos Newton. One of the most well-conditioned athletes in the sport. Love that hair, boss.
You gotta love it. Like Seal. Okay, here we go. Where I was waiting for.
The fireball by Carlos Newton. That's a great move. That move was probably more exciting than the fight.
Oh, no. I thought the fight was great.